So crazy, isn't it? Here we go. Big versus Fnatic. We're starting up on Nuke. And Big will be on the T side to begin with. Fnatic on the CT side. Got dualies in play up on the hut.
He has the appropriate skin as well for a Swede. Much appreciated.
Got the right colors in play. Process, he was playing pretty well yesterday. Actually, even when Fnatic were getting really ranked, he actually had a lot of really good. I think he had like 18 kills in one of those maps, or even in a half when they were down like 12-3 or something like that. So he did a lot, even in spite of them losing heavily. Hopefully that can continue. He's already got the 1 kill, but he's also let them into the bomb site. They've actually wrapped around from Hell to Heaven and then back into the A bomb site. Lapex is here, close enough range for the Glock, but not able to get it. It's Process with another kill. He finally does go down. Pepsol now with the dualies in play. He's going to take 1 kill regardless, with the other one leaving entirely on his own. Prime taps, and Keva will drop him. So that means Fnatic they'll be able to stand tall. Good defense.
There's that pistols round start. Good start for him as well, you see, guys. But then again, they were winning pistols yesterday as well. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. Now we need them to confirm and get the job done with the follow-up. Really lacking the confidence, just the body language, everything. It's all so serious right now because they're just, all they're saying to themselves at this point is, let's not have a repeat performance. Let's do better than yesterday. And, well, in order to do that, they're gonna have to start chaining some rounds together, Anders.
It's a tiny detail, but I love the fact that Process got that kill and just ran from ramp.
Yeah.
Because sometimes on a less experienced level, people have this feeling that because they're playing the ramp position, they have to die in ramp, which is obviously not true. You can leave it and just fall back down like you did and come back and fight. You're not giving up too much basically by doing that. So so I like seeing that. Hopefully that will remain true.
Nice and calm with the heart rates as well. I was watching Glaved yesterday. He was really consistently running with a high heart rate.
I don't know. Prime tabs at 75, man.
He's just chilling, dude.
He's got that Zen meditation going on.
Oh, right now he's at 0. So we'll put it there.
True.
He's dead.
It's all the way flatlined.
Fnatic are setting themselves up nicely here, though. 2-man lead in this round. Looking very good on this anti-eco. Although this was not the force buy coming in. It just Deagle buy. So Big setting themselves up to buy some rifles in the following round. Ooh, awkward, but Pepser gets it.
Good job. I mean, the fact that they don't lose anyone here, and you know, again, you said yesterday, they won some of the pistol rounds for Fnatic, but then they couldn't really build anything on top of it. So it's kind of nice to see them do that here. And the Deagles are just so dangerous, so whenever you live through a round and don't just all get one-tapped, even that is good.
Dude, this is great. They've gotten 2 rounds in a row already. We're getting there, Anders. This is it.
I know we're setting the bar low, but let's listen into Fnatic and what they have to say.
You ramp, okay? Yeah, I can do it. I will go secret.
I'll go through main then, Kevin. And you can play with my garage.
I will swing fast with it, okay? A bit risky, but yeah. They broke door. Smoke outside.
I got the...
Yeah, I'm just blocking outside. They cannot go down Dylan, on you.
They not down the vent.
No one silo. I got radio deep, guys. One is Africa. Close to main, close to main. Baby, come in. I will flash.
Yeah.
I'm in secret.
Flashing ready.
One ramp, one radio.
Didn't see one. He's T-red.
Dead. Nice.
Nice.
One more Africa, I think.
Might be.
Silo. Yeah. Yeah, that's outside player. We can leave. I'm coming.
That's
it. Yeah. I leave it.
I'm gonna play floor. You can stay, son.
I'm coming A. Yeah. Is the door open? I'm in vent, guys. I will re-smoke door. One ramp.
Yeah, door's open. Door's open.
Yeah,
I
will stay down B.
Yeah.
Smoking door.
If they take ramp, you just leave it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have B control.
Yeah, outside is...
Can you hold hut, friends?
I can. Flash on ramp.
I'm rotating down. They're coming
They're
ramp.
taking ramp,
Yeah,
yes,
ramp.
2.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
down there as well.
At least 3. At least 3
Main
is black, guys.
Yeah. It's okay.
I'm playing this off-angle position, you see?
I'm just spotting a door and the main for you.
Both.
Yeah, and I'll peek.
Are you holding anything for me, Julian?
Yeah, I'm holding secret.
Call if you want flash outside, Kevin.
Okay. I'm a bit all in. But
I can throw it outside heaven.
Anyone? I got hell.
Smoke, main.
Yeah, inside. Watch out A, please. It's,
I'm just jumping.
Silent on B.
I'm shoulder picking door.
Still, guys.
20 seconds.
Okay, watch out A.
Nothing out door. I'm holding door.
Yeah. One more down, 2 more down, 1 more minus 80. Coming down
DJ.
now. Yeah, good.
I'm running ramp.
I'm coming down vent.
150 window.
One ramp. One is ramp.
I'm gonna kill him, wait. He went back.
One is minus 80.
Yeah, I'm short.
I
I will open door when you're ready.
I'm gonna nade left. And I'm gonna flash it as well.
I'm opening door.
Do we have
I don't see
kids?
Yeah, killed.
Kevin, yes. Pushing right
Just
side.
jump.
Under. Dark.
Ja.
Och borde vara DJ.
Into you. It's okay.
That's right, guys.
It's okay.
That's right.
Into you.
Okay, guys. It's all good.
These listen-ins are so interesting because to me, that sounded like a round where Fnatic had just a very, very good idea of exactly what was going on. They even told him in the ramp, right? They said, if they come ramp, just leave it. And he did. He realized 3 people were there. They had such a good read on what was going on, but they couldn't win the fights.
Yeah, this is the fight right there. Prime taps. That one kill just opens it all up for Big. They get control of that lower side at that point, and it all just kind of spins out. But I know exactly what you're talking about. We were having a little bit of a chuckle when he was saying, "Oh, I'm all in."
I'm
like,
a little bit all in.
You are definitely in a spot
All the
where it's
way.
a one and done kind of spot. And sure enough, I mean, he got his one, but he was certainly done after that. Still really cool. I mean, dude, this is such a throwback to get to listen to comms like this. Once upon a time, we were able to, and well, the players at the time, rightfully so, the English-speaking teams were like, could we not do have streams with our comms, just because that's a pretty big advantage for our opponents.
It is
but
like
around here and there, I think is possible.
Yeah, it's always like a contentious issue, right? But I've got to say, as a viewer,
As a viewer, it's terrific.
it's so amazing, isn't it? Like
It just gives you so much insight into the team.
Yeah. There are so many ways to lose a round, and you know, you could easily lose a round because you don't have the right idea. You know, like let's just say they didn't have a good read on how many people were ramp, and they just miscalled it and they said, no, I don't think they're ramped. They're probably going to come back A, and then they lose on the B bomb side because everyone is actually there. That would have been what. This time they actually had a very good understanding, which is, I think that's probably more important than, like, if you keep doing that, you'll win the rounds eventually, in my opinion, you know.
Well, once again, we're seeing a very similar style from Big, from the one that we saw yesterday, where it is, Big do favor that death ball kind of approach right now, where they just kind of move together as a group of 4, leave a flanker on the side, and then move together as a group of 3 or 4 and just try and crash through defense. Now you will get a duel here, and 2 quick wins coming in here for Fnatic, not a third. Prime taps once again coming up with the goods.
So close to being able to spot him, but Lapek lightning fast with that AK. That looked like Prosus had a lot of advantage, at least in getting the kill. If he had, would have been a 2-on-2, and that could have been really interesting. Now, not so sure. Pepsos here, probably not even going to get that kill. Aqua's really quick with that one, but he was on like 6 health, so that MP9 probably could have won that fight. Regardless, it's Big coming right back in, swinging into the game.
Man in the foreground right here, Prime taps. He just keeps it. I saw this yesterday as well. He was quietly just getting all of these kills, sitting at the top of the scoreboard for his team, but not in a flashy way. Just, you know, 1 kill a round consistently, but it's the kill that really makes the difference.
Yeah.
And we've seen that 2 rounds in a row now where he just gets a kill that allows his team to get control, and bam, you win out from there. So Big, I'm really impressed right now. This is a solid couple of rounds from them. Prime taps once again doing great work. And, well, here we are seeing that tactical timeout get called by Golden very early on. This was one of the points that we were making yesterday.
Yes.
We weren't seeing enough tactical timeouts from the Fnatic.
Yeah, it felt like that. I mean, both maps really. I think they had like a couple in the second map, but in the first map they had none, and it flew right by. You know, it was done so quickly that Fnatic didn't even really get to do anything. So I'm glad that they're doing that. I don't even care if they take that tactical timeout into a round like this where they only have pistols. Just calm everyone down, try and remember whatever it was you planned for the game, and hopefully don't get too stressed out about the couple of rounds here for Big, even though they have looked good. All right, they're really quick to cross.
Once again, this time it is going to be the eco, though. I think the Big are a bit more aware of it, and I'm a bit surprised to see them start to spread out in this round. They should be aware that this is going to be an eco. Usually the way you deal with ecos is by grouping up so that you do not risk losing individual duels.
Yeah, don't want to give any rifles away.
Not here. Man down secret, starting to clear that avenue towards the B site. Glaives is working with the teammate out here in yard. Very low odds here for Fnatic in this round.
Yeah, I mean, realistically for them, the best case scenario is stealing a rifle and running away with it, right? I don't think you're expecting to put up a full defense, so that's also why they're in some like this awkward positions like Prosus here. Just maybe someone doesn't check, maybe you can get the right angle. He's almost walked past them. He's only got the USP, so even if he does find someone out in the yard, it's probably not going to be that easy. P250, though, could obviously do a lot more damage, but not this time. Kevin will go down. Now they're on the bomb site. So nicely handled from Big. Didn't seem like they were risking anything in this round, really.
Very solid. Super impressed with this so far. And if they can keep all 5 alive, as well, that's going to be terrific for their economy going forward. Start to see if we want to get an AWP moving in with this this T side trying to exploit outside, or if we want to stay fast. I mean, a round like this now, let's see, it's about 2,000 across the board. They're still going to be a little bit limited on nades here. So you could try and go for a faster strategy here if you're Big, just because it may be difficult for Fnatic to get a lot of those anti-rush grenades like the HEs and the mollies that you want to chuck out early in the round to stop people pressuring you quickly. If they're limited on that, there could be an opportunity here for Big to exploit it.
For sure, there are some strategies that are only viable when you know the opponent doesn't have the full economy, right? There's some things you just won't pick if you know you're going to run into all the nades. So, yeah, if they can guess their economy right, then maybe they would. But then again, right now they've had everything their own way once they've had rifles here on the Big side. So they probably feel pretty confident in what they're already doing. Maybe they just want to keep doing it until they get proven wrong. Molotov there to stop the smoke. Really cool stuff, and that means 2 kills outside in favor of Fnatic. And Process picking up Aqua as well. Suddenly it's a 2-on-4 that they should absolutely be winning. Kevin thinking about it, and with a little bit of a crossfire, he's going to get both the kills, in fact. Good job. And
nicely done.
That Molotov outside, really that huge gap that they could just see through.
And that's Fnatic also adjusting here to that play. You saw how quickly they rotate down. They're like, yeah, okay, we saw the major group. We saw the main group. We managed to catch them a little bit outside, exposed, but we saw where the majority of these guys were, and just an instant reaction coming in there from Fnatic.
Yeah.
Losing that flank. Yeah, not a whole lot you can hope to do there if you're Big. You're just going to get picked. What double AWP?
On the T side.
Well, okay then.
I'm hoping for wallbangs. Give us some of those.
I hope.
It's so rare now, but you still can shoot through a lot of this map.
Yeah, it's not something you see every day. We did see one. I mean, there's the from T roof into heaven that we saw not too long ago.
Yeah. Yeah, there are more than I think people realize. I mean, not that I think it's necessarily really worth it as a viable strategy, like, let's go wallbang everywhere, you know? But, yeah, you can do a lot. Be interested to see if they're going to get what they want. I mean, they're not afraid to go out in yard and just challenge this. Claved out here. A little bit scary to be double scoped up like that, because you just don't know if they're going to be walking in on some weird angle. But so far, all they've done is spend time, down to 50 seconds.
Yeah, down to 50 seconds. And, well, I mean, you got information. You know that there aren't a whole lot of people here. That's fantastic to go off of. But past that, you're going to be somewhat limited. 40 seconds now in the round. This is where the pressure starts to mount. Did he? No. That would have been ridiculous. But it's going to be a group towards ramp, and this usually means you're going towards the lower bomb site. See if Big can press forward or if they're going to get shut out.
It's also, think about that though, hitting the B bomb site with double AWP on that T side, it's obviously in the after plan it could definitely work out, but it is a little bit weird. Process is back here, 16 seconds on the clock, and he drops the bomb and another player on top. This is so good. 10 seconds now left, and I don't know what they're meant to do. This double AWP, try and plant the bomb while the other AWP covers it. They actually will get the bomb plan down, which in itself is kind of a miracle. Claved and Lapex, 2 versus 4. Make that 1 versus 4, in fact. Lapex walking in, and he misses the chance, and I don't know.
Go for the no-scope there, dude. Can't really be messing around with that scope at that point. You gotta have some confidence.
That's leaving themselves very little time for any mistakes, and especially with AWPs that are... they need that.
What a weird strategy. Double AWP on T-side nuke.
I mean, obviously, they were expecting to get some duels, especially outside, so that they could make it like 4-on-5, maybe 3-on-5. Like, they just never got the opportunity. And then they didn't. There was no plan B. Like, wait a minute, how much time is left? Damn. Let's go ramp.
That was a nice strategy from Fnatic, giving so much room, playing super passive in garage.
Yeah, the fact that they didn't walk into any of them was hugely helpful. Now we've got Deagles on the T side. Last time they did really nothing. See if they can land some good shots this time. That would certainly be nice.
Ooh, well, there's Pepser. Winning the duel already. Aqua out of the fight.
Is he still 51?
Well, Regali's 19 now, so he's not 51 anymore. That's good. I think we're starting to get a little bit more accurate with the ages here. They might have gone through that yesterday.
Oh, nice shot. Keva coming in. KST as well. Prime taps. So they're going to get the 1 kill in this round. Those Deagles rounds are just not as impressive as some of the stuff we saw yesterday, where the deals were pretty clean. So, Fnatic, they've got to be happy about this. 5-3. It's not some sort of overwhelming scoreline in their favor or anything like that, but it gives them some... I mean, this is 1 round away from how many rounds they got yesterday.
You're right.
In total.
In 1 map. Yeah. Madness.
Yeah, it's looking good.
This is where Big need to put a stop to these shenanigans. You can't let Fnatic get uppity and start getting more round 6. They're actually going to start thinking that they can win a map.
Ooh. Big challenge outside. Both of them take some damage. Regardless, taking a lot more though. And this time, no instant wall. Smoke outside, delaying it a little bit. Could have been because of the Molotov earlier. Don't want to keep having the same problem. So if you delay it, probably you'll be fine. Pepsol, all right.
I like the coordination there. Good teamwork coming in. I mean, Fnatic's comms weren't too messy. It was actually pretty good to listen to.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they're still keeping their cool, and you do appreciate when you got clear comms telling, okay, what are you watching? Do you have my back? Like, these are the kinds of things that will make the difference. Aqua though gonna find an opening kill. Peps are out of it, and there's the man advantage for Big. 50 seconds on the clock. This is where it starts to get spicy.
Yeah, smoke walls got them down, so they can hit that bomb site if they need to. Could leave Aqua if they want to, hanging around lobby or just watching the yard, whatever he wants to. Oh, actually, KST moving into the lobby, so that should be some interesting information. Aqua, is he gonna find him or not? This is potentially a very important fight. See if they can break through. They've already spotted out one of them, and they are running out of time as well. 27 seconds. Got to be real careful. KST always going to find the right timing. Keva takes another kill, so this is actually looking pretty good right now for the defense. 19 seconds on the clock. They're on the bomb plant, so jumping out of the vent behind the flashbang, and Lapex goes down. That is pretty good timing. Keva comes in with another kill on prime taps, leaving Nixie on his own, and I'm not sure if he could do this 1, 2, not quite a third one. Would have been impressive, but they were coming in from every angle, so that's a good recovery for Fnatic, given how that started.
Yeah, super solid right now. We're seeing a totally different Fnatic. As you pointed out, Anders, they are now tied up in 1 map for the number of rounds that they had in 2 maps yesterday. So they got 6 rounds on the board. This is fantastic, and we're actually starting to see a little bit more of a spicy Fnatic, a little bit more talking coming in here from Golden as well. Interesting to see. So this makes me think, did they take another do we get another tactical timeout here? It's probably Big calling it this time, just to try and slow down the pace a little bit.
Yeah, it's...
And it was Big. Actually, it was Big calling the first tactical timeout as well, so it wasn't even Fnatic.
Ooh.
Big having used 2 of their tac timeouts already here on this map.
I've got to say, it's a really good sign that Fnatic have been able to stabilize, because it looked to me at the beginning like Big, once they had rifles, they had the formula for how to win these rounds. And if you take too long to figure out how to stop it, I mean, it's going to be near the end of the half at that point, right? But they figured it out in about 2 or 3 rounds. They're like, all right, we kind of know what to do now. And it's been looking good ever since. Also, obviously, the economy has been working out in their favor, so that does help. See if they can continue at this rate. Got the organ playing out.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Blasting him, though. Kev doing good work, but then his teammate goes down in the meantime. So we're back into a 4-on-4. Nice shot from Regali, but you lose Kev in the mix. So it's just trading back and forth between both of these teams right now. Peps are going to be the one to chime in this time. Finds himself a nice AK.
A lot of action all over the place. I think they were trying to crunch in the way that they did in the pistol rounds. They wanted to get in to ramp up to heaven while going in through main. Didn't really work out the way that they were hoping. Now it's all on Lapex. 1 versus 3, and yeah, coming in Regali. Nice shot there. 7 rounds now on the Fnatic side.
Is Regali starting to wake up as well? he was getting quite a bit of attention in the online portion of the league, also the play-in tournament that Fnatic won in order to be here competing on LAN.
True.
A lot of attention there as a standout player, a heavy hitter for Fnatic, and he was nowhere to be found yesterday. So here he is sitting with 8 kills already. So solid in the pack. And I mean, that's much better. I mean, they're going to need that firepower here at Fnatic. So for Regali to start waking up, things are looking just better and better for Fnatic. So 7-3, another round of deagles coming up here for Big, and Fnatic, they have a real chance to run away with this half now.
Regali not getting deagled by prime tabs. He was trying. Yeah, they're reacting really well. They seem to have a good read. I mean, that's the thing that they had even in the round that we did the listening on, right? They had a really good idea of exactly what Big were doing. They just weren't winning the fights. Now, if that has been true since then, if they sort of know, okay, they're ramp, oh, they're going up heaven, all right, well, let's just, you know, like, as long as you can keep somewhat of a good read on what the enemy is doing, you're actually solving most of the problem probably in the game. Not that the shooting part doesn't matter, but...
Yeah. Shooting in CS, pretty important, at least for the frag reels.
Yeah, you gotta eventually hit some shots, but...
I mean, look at Shroud, he made a whole career out of shooting.
Exactly right. More power to him. 7-3. We are in 2-on-3 in this round. I mean, Big have found a way back. KST goes down. Peps are on his own. So just as we were praising Fnatic, this is a little bit awkward. I think trying maybe to fake the...
Ooh, and they too? Are they too trying? No, they are going to go B after all. I thought we were going to have games and games there that they were going to run to heaven and try and wrap back up onto the A site, but not going to be the case.
If you had an AWP, you could shoot him from the other side. Even from the lobby where he was.
Whoa, Nixay is just 150 BPM. Dude needs to take a breath right now.
He's ready. Doesn't want to lose his 1 versus 2. I can't really blame him. There is a kit on Pepsol, but he's up against the AWP, and the timing just works out. So huge win for Big, given the number of rounds they'd lost in a row. That is unfortunate for Fnatic.
Really starting to get the big guys popping off as well. Love to see it. It's something we saw a lot of yesterday. This is one of those LAN environments where if the players are shouting, they can hear each other. So that is definitely one of those things that I love to have back. I'm so fed up with players not being able to hear each other because you can just, you have that element, you know? You win a big round, start shouting, start getting in your opponent's heads. That's part of the game. That's how it's supposed to be. So really cool to see that here in Kiev. And well, you know, players are just getting right into the deep end. Very quick new round here, though. Already in the action.
Yeah, that must have been like a right eye kind of situation, right? Because it didn't look like Regali really had any idea. Creeping down the ladder. Not always great when there's an AK waiting for you.
This is all their money as well, Anders. If they lose this round, it's going to put Fnatic in a tight spot.
Yeah, and right now, Big are in a very, very good position, right? They've got everyone down. There's only one defender on this bomb site. And he's, again, kind of in an all-in position. He can't really escape here. Oh, KST. Could he help out his teammate? He's going to have to smoke it off and then go for it. Yeah, they have to come in and help him out. Wait. Are they going to go back up?
Oh, mind games.
Wow, that is a very cool late round call to come out. They're going to find an empty bomb site up here. That's actually incredible.
Oh, a little bit of the trash talk. I love it.
Yeah, now is the time for it.
Yeah,
got
just
to
keep it going. Really put the pressure on Fnatic.
Oh, those are some incredible bunny jumps. They've done everything they could to nerf that.
Yeah.
You don't.
It's not every day. You get some guys like A-Core who have really, you know, well, I mean, JW.
Yeah, but so here's the thing, right? People do talk about this, like, you know, oh, what if you had like 1.6 levels of wallbang? And I'm not, obviously, yeah, it would make the game very different. I'm not saying we should do that either, but I don't think people understand. If you had 1.6 levels of bunny jumping, like
how fast you can get around the
Some
map.
of you would be shocked at how quickly someone could be at a corner when they were good at it. So.
Yeah. But it was a skill. You had to be good at it. You had to have that movement.
Yeah.
You were rewarded for putting in the time. But then, no, Anders, that was that. You know, got to bring that back down again.
It's such a weird, unintentional mechanic because of the like Quake basis for the whole engine, right? I was never super good at bunny jumping in 1.6, but in natural selection, that's also built based on the Half-Life engine. That game is different.
You could bunny jump.
Or the bunny jumping in that is mental. But that was built in as like an actual mechanic into how some of the units worked. So you had to be good at it, or you weren't doing anything.
What is going on? We're getting a tactical timeout called here, but that was also Golden talking with an admin. So a little bit of confusion. Are we getting a tactical timeout or a technical? Looks like it was attack because we're back in the mix.
Yeah, we're going right away. 7-5 the scoreline right now. Fnatic in the lead on the CT side of Nuke. It's not bad. It's a pretty decent scoreline, but obviously they'd love to walk out of here with a lot more than that in that first half. And Big still seem like they're not that troubled by losing. They lost a bunch of rounds in a row at some point here, but they don't seem like they're devastated by that fact either.
Yeah, it is a technical timeout.
All right.
We are getting a tech pause here.
Something is up.
Yeah, something's amiss. Everybody's looking... No?
What's the worst technical timeout we've ever had in terms of like the...
DDoS.
Yeah, I guess DDoS really were like the high point, because no, it's just hard to solve, right?
Well, DreamHack Stockholm.
Yeah, I'm
Never
trying to
forget.
Yeah.
Or never remember. Depends on how you want to go about it.
Yeah. Someone has to remember.
Whole freaking... I mean, we were delayed for how many hours at that event?
A lot.
A lot, yeah.
It's but I mean, like in terms of like solving the problems, because if someone, we've had a couple of times, right, where like some players had just like one mouse that then breaks.
Yeah, device at Cologne.
Yeah,
was it which year though? Was it? But I mean, he had.
That was before the game though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was TSM. That was when they were in TSM, I think. And he literally had somebody driving around Germany trying to find his mouse. They could not get his mouse anywhere. It was like there was no mouse of that model in the country. And I'm like, why are you playing with a mouse that's that hard to find, and also not having a backup if it is that hard to find?
Yeah.
Players are players.
I mean, I guess
they have their foibles.
We've had events where whole PCs have been swapped out, and that does take a little time, right?
Yeah. But
yeah.
admins are so good now, and now when you have the interchangeable
SSD.
hard drives, the SSDs.
Yeah, but if it is something, the motherboard dies, then that's not going to save you, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you're right. I mean, at least you can set up the whole system on a new one, like pretty quick. Everything's got better.
Pros just need to be as good as Stefano, man. Back in the day, Stockholm. It was.
I was gonna say at like partying.
No, yeah, there's that. But like he just showed up and he lost his bag with his gear in it, and he still went to win the tournament with like random mouse and keyboard. He just took a random mouse and keyboard and still won the tournament. You're like, well, okay then.
Styling on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's StarCraft. It's not the same, is it? I'm not to discount the skill in StarCraft.
How dare you?
I'm just saying.
Anders, how dare you?
I feel like. Then again, the StarCraft players sometimes bring rulers to make sure that they had like the keyboard exactly at the right angle and everything else, So maybe I'm wrong.
He measured from his face to the monitor, everything.
Craziness.
I love it. That's the thing. That he needed a whole ruler. What would be like some of the players in CS? I mean, they just need their hand. Put their face to the monitor. Nose to monitor is just the hand distance.
I'm sure someone must be that.
What?
That was an annoying peak. Good recovery from Aqua, though. Mostly the Eagles. There's that one M4 in play on KST. And actually one on Pamsor as well. I didn't even notice.
Save those two.
So Kaimi is not a round that has no risk here. They've taken down one of the M4s. That's good.
Ooh, spotted a body on upper as well. And just easiest kill there for Lapex.
Yeah.
This is going to be very difficult as they are now starting to get picked apart. Prosus going to get spotted. Nice clear.
Sitting on the actual door. Good times.
Yeah, and I mean, we would all make that choice. Rather than burning alive, just run into the bullets.
I don't know if you could do this anymore, but you used to be able to like sit on the ladder up there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that still works.
Oh, good question. Right now, as it stands, I mean, these guys, it's big, showing some true grit here, which is always good to see. This is their map pick after all. It was starting to look like Fnatic were running away with this half, but Big has just started to grind out a few rounds now, and I think they're actually in a pretty decent spot.
Yeah, this is anybody's game, right? Even if Fnatic win the next 2 rounds here and it's 9-6, it's still pretty much open for business. So hiding inside of the smoke. Oof. Wanted to find the timing. Yeah, it's a cool idea, right? If you can flash away for the smoke at that time, that would be amazing. Process, feel like he had the right timing, even the right idea, and I actually love that play, but obviously he got completely trucked. Nice stuff from Rick Alley. Staying inside of the Molotov for a second just to be sure to get that kill. So now 2-on-4 with the bomb down. AWP and AK there on Glaive and Lapex. Going to find one of those kills easily. That's a nice little shot. Does confirm his position now. Oh, that could have been a 2-on-1.
Collateral.
Nearly had that one. That would have been devastating, but it's not done yet. Glaive is still here. They do have a smoke to try and put onto him. He's going to throw one out instead. I'm not sure if that helps him that much, unless he can guess the angle, which is not always easy. And he's not sure if they're actually on the bomb or not. Now they're going to go try and tap it. They come off again. He's trying one more time, but this time they're going to go for the full-on defuse, and he's not hitting that angle at all. Another reload is in there. They're going to come over and catch him. Nice. Oh, no! They didn't have the kit. They were defusing for such a long time. Oh, God.
How is that a thing, Anders? That looked like it was done and dusted. It looked like they were going to get it under control, Fnatic, and yet they got robbed.
Absolutely devastating.
And now going into the last round of this half, what can you do? You're going to scouts and MP9s. You have no money.
Man.
That's just a bad beat for Fnatic. That felt like they should definitely have had that under control.
Yeah, because they faked the first one. And I assumed, well, you know, they probably had that timing down. But it was off by just a little bit. Man, what a round to lose. Because they actually played everything else outside of that pretty well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bad beat. It just feels like they cannot catch a break here, Fnatic. That would have been a monster round for them to win.
Yeah.
And instead now, it's 7-7. Their economy's broken, and Big are just going to swarm the upper site.
Yeah. Scout's going to get one kill, but the MP9s, they just can't. They can't, even in close range, where they're pretty decent. Not going to beat the AK-47, it seems. Leaves Process on his own, 1 versus 4. And this is quite the comeback right now for the Big side, isn't it? After Fnatic went on a little bit of a run. Ooh, what? Just caught him. He was trying to grenade, I think.
Yeah. Caught him with a nade in his hand.
A little bit of a flashbang, but yeah, that smoke.
Just get more kills. Pad the stats. Nope, not happening.
8-7 though, in favor of Big at the end of the half. That is, again, I gotta say, that's a really nice return into the game for them. And as you said, picking the map as well. I think they're in a good position right now.
Yeah, this is a terrific. There you go. That's correct. That's the way. But this is a terrific result here for Big, I think. Coming out ahead. I mean, yes, the map is more 50-50, but still, I mean, winning the T-side half, that's...
feels good.
Yeah, that feels good. You're going to be in a great position now going forward.
That wasn't like a war cry. I mean, that was like a wolf howl going on.
I was just letting them know. Just, you know, getting in their heads. I love it. Look at them. I mean, the body language has not changed for Fnatic. They do not look any more comfortable or confident than they did yesterday when they were getting battered by Nip.
True.
Right now, I mean, it's just it's a tough one for Fnatic. They really need somebody to get them fired up.
Yeah. Win the pistol, continue. Like, I mean, it's not as explosive as you would like. Even when they went on a little bit of a run, they didn't get far enough. They didn't actually manage to put enough distance between them and Big in that moment. So
yeah, they stumbled, caught their toes on the curb.
I don't know if I could just be making this. I feel like a bunch of the kills that Big got were from just waiting for Fnatic to sort of walk into them. Like even in that Deagle round that Big ended up picking up, a lot of those kills were just Big holding an angle and Fnatic just kind of walking around the corner and getting shot. So I don't know. Usually I like it when CT sides try to play for information and get something to find out, but maybe a little bit too aggressive. Let's listen in to what Big have to say.
Hat du Main Alex, ich Spot. Ich stehe Anti-Flash. Und wenn die Rampe kommen oder allgemein runtergehen, Alex ist der Einzige, der schiebt. Wir warten sonst noch A, die anderen drei.
Fenster aufgeschossen sofort.
Hier aufgenadet.
Ja, Schach gemolot.
Rampe noch nicht. Einer Rampe gejumpt.
Bombe,
Einer jumpt
Bombe,
Rampe.
Rampe. Wer?
Rampe push,
Einer nach Vorraum. Der hält Push.
Ich, Dings Single.
Push nicht weiter.
Oder lass mich mal Tür halten, halt du mal hat.
Ich hab rechts.
Main
Ah.
Smoke, Main Smoke. Heaven Smoke, Heaven Smoke. Sind raus, raus.
Nice.
Noch mehr raus. Einer Straße. Gegen
Spot.
Main.
Heaven vielleicht hinter dir. Eine Rampe war.
Wahrscheinlich.
Die Tür nix pieken. Heaven bei dir.
Phoenix T-Schacht. Pick den jetzt einfach. Einer vor hat. Pickelt. Pick den einfach unter.
Einer
mir.
wahrscheinlich CT-Schacht.
CT-Schacht. CT-Schacht.
Tür.
Vorhat.
Bei Tür.
Bei Tür.
Mann, ich
Meine
treff
Runde,
nix,
meine Runde.
Alter.
Ich auch nicht, meine Runde.
Scheiß USP.
Egal,
Alles
auf
gut.
geht's, auf
Wir
geht's.
forcen, wir dürfen uns davon jetzt nicht bangsting lassen.
There we go. It's very cool. By Tür means by the door. Tür in the German is door.
Is door? Okay. I was wondering what Rouse was, because they were saying house a lot.
I think he was saying he's out. They're out.
Yeah. Okay. 'Cause he said house when they pushed out
Yeah.
onto the side. So I'm assuming that's what he means, out
But-
on cider.
Obviously, for that round, they were playing 3 on the A bomb side, and I think at least one of them was playing anti-flash. You saw him run down with his back turned. And I think the only thing that really messed up a little bit, once they fell back from ramp, I'm not sure. I think it sounded like it took a minute before they realized they weren't actually going ramp.
Yeah.
And I mean it's not
They
that
lost ramp.
yeah, and I mean like that's just it could be hard to call that, right? Like you're falling back, do you know if they're still ramp? Are they falling back to the lobby? What's going on, right? Glaive with a kill. Oh, and another one headshot taking down KST. That's huge. Just like that, and he's gonna
Whoa.
continue 3 kills in the round for him. What a god.
Oh, and that's such a disaster now. Process all alone. Fnatic, they were even hooting and hollering, Anders. They were making noise at the end there of that round.
Yeah,
They're
they
starting
were.
to get in it.
They were excited. They weren't expecting Glaive to pick up 3 headshots with the Deagle, and he's going to come look for them and get a quad kill at the end. That surely should get you fired up. That is such an important round.
If I can hear him, if I can hear him through this glass in a different room, yeah, those Fnatic guys are hearing those shouts, those war cries.
They definitely are.
Definitely. That is sick. And well, that's big right back in control of the situation. We should get a force buy coming out of Fnatic, I imagine. You're just going to go for it because you're in a double eco situation. So go for the Deagles and Kevlar yourself and hope that you can hit some headshots.
17 kills on Glaive. Now 4 of them were in that round, but that is still pretty impressive.
Solid.
Yeah. And Fnatic, they must be getting a little bit of PTSD because this is something that they experienced yesterday, right?
Yep.
Like, yeah, well, no.
Exactly. Yeah, we win the pistol round. Oh no, we lose to the force.
Yeah.
And that's literally what happened yesterday. You're right to point that out. So hopefully these Fnatic guys are going to be able to get their heads back in this. Or are we just going to get that PTSD flashback, the dog looking at the cupcakes, reliving Nam?
That is a good meme, isn't it? I like that one.
Oh, it's such a good one. Oh, dogs. They're the best. We don't deserve them. All right.
True.
9-8. Oh, there's Glaive picking up a kill already.
Yeah. They do have some armor, so not like they're just going to get chewed apart here. Aqua, I was going to say a little bit dangerous because he's kind of all in when he's all the way at the back of the ramp like that, but he did fall a little bit back. Now showing up to help out his teammate, and that was a perfect lineup. 3 kills.
That was some fortunate timing, yeah. It's looking a little grim there.
Yeah.
He could be the hero to show up and get it done. 10 rounds on the board for Big Anders.
That position that Prime Taps is playing in with the Org, it's just so versatile because the Org is obviously going to be great if you go to the ramp, but all he has to do is take 3 steps back, and now he's out of the yard looking with a scope. It's great.
Yeah, that's
Love
a slaughter. There isn't a whole lot you can hope to do there.
So 10-8, Big with a 2-round lead. They obviously have the money. Fnatic are going to be just with Glocks in this round, so it's hard to see them doing anything. Could use it as a little bit of a time to have a conversation, see what's going on, if there's anyone has any like really cool plans.
Oh, let's see.
Got a Mag 7, a Mag 10, and an MP9 in play on that Big side, so they could make some good money in this round.
I was about to say, they're just about making that cash right now. They want on board the Skrill train. Just take a shot.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, he's shooting right through between the two of them.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. MP9 in. This is getting a little dirty here, Anders.
I have no idea how they've made this into a 3-on-3 with weaponry. That just, I mean, that's very silly. I also have no idea, if you hear a shotgun go off and it blasts a hole in the door, the next thing you do isn't really to stick your head into the hole.
Yeah,
hello.
To take a look.
But it worked. I mean, they got the kill, so who am I
And they
to
get a
say?
bomb plant.
Yeah, they get a bomb plant and a max 7 kill right there. KST taking down Lapex. They're on the site, so I don't know. Try and go for it. They have a kit on both players, so I'd say smoke that off and try and just get that defuse in before anything else happens. Molotov goes in, bounces off. I don't know if it's actually on the bomb. It is indeed, and that is a nightmare. They're gonna...
They have a kit.
Yeah, they should have enough time, right? Running into it, but what an expensive round, and just should have never got that close, ever.
No, agreed. But at least they saved the 2 expensive guns, MP9, shotgun. That's what they lose. They've held on to a couple of rifles, so they've got that going for them. But yeah, that was a bit too close for comfort. And a couple of kills there for Fnatic means that they're gonna have some money going into this next round. The bomb plant and some money. I mean, that bodes well for Fnatic in this round. They should have no excuse now. They'll have everything that they need. So this is where I want to look towards Gold, and I want to look towards the in-game leadership on this team and say, okay, guys, you know, here it is. You're going to have a nice big buy round. What is the game plan here? What's the play?
Yeah, let's see. I mean, usually in the beginning of a half like this, which we still are, right? Second half, you kind of want to try out your default a little bit just to see if that works. And Lapex, that looked like that should have been a kill 9 times out of 10. Aqua is going to be going down, so right now Fnatic are loving life.
Yeah, I don't know if you can confidently repeat just winning duels. You know what I mean?
Probably not.
But this is still, I mean, this is still a terrific round for Fnatic now. This should be done. Not a whole lot that Big can hope to do.
Oh, no, they're getting wiped out. But I mean, I suppose if you are on the Fnatic side, they saw it coming that there could be an aggressive push out there. The fact that he missed the shot, obviously, yeah, I mean that's just unfortunate for Lapex in that scenario. But you didn't get completely surprised, right? You were slightly ready for it, so that's good news. Glaive, well, he's going to win that fight. Goes for more. Nice little double there. Going to pick up the AK instead of reloading the AUG. Can't continue it, so it will be a round for the Fnatic side, and a much needed one.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you can really repeat this round, though, right now off of Fnatic. I mean, they just kind of spread out into a default and won their duels by the looks of things. And so, I mean, maybe I guess you just go straight back to default again and hope to repeat that, especially given the fact that it's going to be a bit of a touch-and-go buy coming up for Big. But yeah, this is one of those rounds where everything just went right for Fnatic. They won both of their opening duels and then played off of that. And yeah, okay, Big. I thought they could go for a force, but they don't want to. They're just going to go ahead and play the economic game and wait for another round.
Prime Tap's trying, but getting caught out there. But it does get traded as Regali goes down. So I don't know, 3 Deagles and an MP9. They could do some damage. Glaive is certainly being very active, but at that range, AK usually does come out on top. Now it's down to the Deagles, 3-on-3, and Pros has already taken some damage, so he's a little bit of a softer target at this moment. Aqua, could he come in here in time? He's got the right idea, but doesn't really have the aim for it. It does confirm that they are moving out of the squeak door. Kind of hard to deal with the Deagle. Nice shot there from Nixay, and he's going to go down afterwards, but I don't know, I mean, they're being more dangerous than you would have assumed. Lapex not catching anyone on the first go, trying to flash his way in. Oh, but they moved out of position. He was trying to pre-fire that. It's a good idea, but it will still be the round for Fnatic.
And what a shame. That's a cool idea. Trying to go off that past info, but unfortunately didn't line up. Still, they were able to get quite a few kills on the board there, Big, so putting some pressure on Fnatic financially, that's going to be good. But now after that round of eco, okay, we will have the AWP once again in the hands of Lapex, and the rest of the team are going to get fairly well equipped. So they'll have what they need here, Big. Yeah, it was a bit of the run and gun there from Glaive. Okay, then. Glaive is having a terrific performance so far this map. 22 kills for him, leading the board. We saw a lot of lurking from him yesterday. Never really felt like he was able to get that game online, although he did have a few good rounds. Here today, already at the beginning, he's just hit the ground running.
It's been really good, but I mean, it's really impressive, but the problem still is it's 10-11, and their economy is not doing amazingly well. They need to convert this into, I think, more of a lead at the moment. If they start losing again on the CT side, then Fnatic are going to catch up to them really quickly. They did lose Prime Taps right away. But then also Pepsol went down, so it's still 4-on-4. And now, could they do anything with this setup? I actually thought they were going to continue to go, having the guy playing his Squeak Apex. Yeah, he's so exposed and doesn't know it. Glaive goes down. Process in charge of a couple of those kills. Aqua, well played in terms of actually being aware that they were also on top of him. He was looking for that immediately. Still going to be in a 1-on-2, but I love the fact that he even checked for that.
Yeah, that was really well done. Oh, and this, yeah, that smoke going down. That should be.
Does he know how to throw that like weird smoke from down there? That is so next level. That's the smoke you throw when you're actually in heaven, pretending that you're going to come out. So yeah, might make them look. He goes for it, but they double peek him. Process, good round out of him. Double kill there. I can't believe he knew how to throw that smoke. I've never seen that before.
No, that is so cool. That's the kind of thing that I want to see.
Some really, really nerdy stuff.
Exactly, just the sweaty nades getting put into play here. That's really cool to see. And that's the kind of detail that you want to just put out there, especially in a clutch situation like that. That's what I'm talking about, knowing the homework, getting in there. But it was well played in the end by Fnatic, going for the double peek. As soon as he showed himself, they just swing and take that fight. Textbook stuff coming in on the at the same time from the T side. And this is going to put now Big in a bit of a tight spot. Money is pretty flat across the board for Big, so they're going to get pounded this round. Just going to have to eat a round of eco.
Yeah.
And Fnatic are going to set themselves up to take the lead on New. And again, worth mentioning, this is Big's map pick. So to go down 0-1 in this best-of-3 series, you're then going into 2 map picks from Fnatic. It isn't going to be pretty.
No, it really isn't. So hopefully they can find a way to recover, but the money is really going to be the big issue, isn't it? Nice little run. They Process. You might have even heard that, but he just wasn't expecting for them to be that close. Gives them an AK to work with, but they also do lose the bomb side of the meantime. So it should be a bomb plant here, and with all the grenades that are still left, 2 Molotovs and another 2 smokes, they should be able to keep them out of this bomb site forever, basically.
You would think. Should.
I mean, they might as well go for it with the pistols, but the AK, maybe leave that to be the last weapon in case they do something. Actually, they've already pulled it really far back, so could also just look for exits. There's another Molotov.
Oh, that's so annoying. A fresh molly. What are you going to do now?
I mean, you should still try and run in at the last second, right? Because you can keep them on the bomb site. That's kind of what they're doing. All of this is just expensive, and it doesn't really cost them that much on the CT side, and they get to save the AK. So, in the end, only a couple of kills. Would have been amazing if they could have got a couple more. Because I really think at this point, the state of the economy, when we get down to the last couple of rounds, that's what's going to really make the difference here.
Agreed, agreed. Going to be very curious to see what Aqua can get out of this AK as well. He has been one of the better performers so far on this team. Him and Glaive's doing a lot of the work. As far as Fnatic are concerned, what do we get? Full buy, no problems on their side, fully equipped. And they've taken the round lead once again, 12-11. Back into a default from the looks of things.
Double orc.
Although, as I say that, you will get the smoke wall outside. We will have 1 player out there, but this is kind of what we saw earlier from Fnatic. Exactly what we saw. What started this this train, this kind of round.
Oh. Winning that fight against the AWP with an AK, looking on top of the smoke. Yeah, that's really dirty.
It's the same thing, though, that worked for Fnatic last time. They won duels that they weren't supposed to, remember?
Yeah.
Lapex, that's 2 duels that he's won in key rounds now, or lost, rather, in key rounds for Big. That's really going to come back to bite Big.
Yeah, you're right. Last time he was exiting ramp and just got surprised. A little bit unfortunate. Bit of a trade following that one. Still going to be favoring the Fnatic side here. Oh. Almost could have maybe shot them in the back. He still might. I mean, the information is really valuable, but he might be a little bit late to this party because they're not slowing it down. And now KST just going to be left behind as the rest of them are trying to take the bomb site itself. I kind of like that approach. Bomb planted, and looks like Big are just going to duck out of that. Don't even want to get near it. Fair enough. I mean, they don't really have the money to throw the rifles away, and they're 3 versus 4.
Mm-hmm.
So fair enough.
Oh, I'm so curious to see how this pans out. Because now Fnatic, I mean, this is it. They've really put themselves in a position to win.
Absolutely. Yeah, they are slowly pulling ahead right now.
I'm so happy to see this after yesterday's performance.
True. So a very, very different feeling for them, surely. I don't know if they're quite feeling the relief yet, because this is not done yet. If Big can save the rifles here, Prime Tabs, he's only going to get one of them, so losing the AWP so well worth it for Fnatic to try and hunt them down at the end. But, I don't know. They are building somewhat of a decent economy. You could say KST almost at 10,000, 6,000 on Regali, you know.
I like how we have sound effects with subtitles, you know, because if you don't hear the boom or you don't see the boom, at least it's written in big, bold letters there, you know, bomb has exploded, just in case you missed it, guys.
Gotta make sure the people
subtitles.
Know. Not a bad idea. All right. 13-11. 2-round lead. With the money that's behind Fnatic, it means even should they slip up and lose a round here towards the end, they're not going to be out of it. They can still buy. They can still keep coming back. Big, on the other hand, under a lot of pressure suddenly.
Yeah, they're not acting quite as peppy. And there's a little bit more pressure on them, you can see. Not quite coming up with the kills that we saw yesterday either. But this is similar to what we saw from Big against mouz yesterday. They looked, mouz just kind of kept their cool and slowly eliminated Big. Even though Big were competitive, it did look like mouz were in control. Starting to get a similar vibe here from Fnatic towards the end of this second half.
Process. I actually love this play, but if he walks into the shot here, it's going to be all for nothing, right? But it's kind of cool to have him out here. Whatever they do, if they go B or if they decide to come back up to main and try and go for the A-bomb, it doesn't really matter. It's still a really cool position to be in. 45 seconds on the clock, and he hasn't overstepped the mark yet. He's always going to walk right into it. Does survive. Lucky to be alive, I would say. Yeah, they come back out. They don't want to go down. I think they ran into a Molotov down below as well. So they decided, nah, we've kind of been spotted here. And now they're going to turn it around and go towards heaven instead. And this is so dangerous for that A site. One good flashbang and that defense is going to be wiped out. A little bit of a smoke to try and give them an entry. There's the one flashbang. Is there going to be another one? Lapex still has a pretty decent shot here if they come for it. 13 seconds on the clock. It's going to be Process to pick up the one kill. Pepsa with another. Lapex, but surely going to get traded. 7 seconds on the clock. He gets one more, and Pepsa goes down. Now they just have to wait it out. Yeah, nothing that Regali could do. Big coming up with a round due to time at the end of it, but that is... I actually don't think that's a bad idea for Fnatic. I can't believe that he got the double kill, Apex.
Yeah.
I actually thought he was going to get one and die immediately.
Although, to be fair, the fact that Process is able to sneak his way out with Lapex holding that angle.
Yeah, it's pretty cheeky.
You know, that's pretty cheeky. That smoke really forcing him back. But that is, I mean, Lapex, he misses the first shot that I think really he needs to hit. When he has that shot on the man in garage, he can't be missing.
Yeah.
You really need to bring that one home. But he manages to redeem himself, Anders. He was given a chance. He was given a second chance. You see, this is why you give second chances, you know. He's given a second chance.
Everyone deserves one.
Came up with the goods. So this is where we're going to start seeing the nerves come into play here, I think. A lot of pressure riding on both of these teams. This is an elimination match, contrary to yesterday.
You're right.
You are now in the lower bracket here. If you lose this match, you're going home. So there's a bit more pressure on you to perform now. Nice nade on Aqua. He ate that one.
Not a fun time. And again, the money for Big is not even there. So that round win is good, but all it does is sort of push the problem into the next round. We'll see if they can solve it. Prime Tab's playing really far back here with the M4. A1 as well. Perfect timing to take down Process. Was trying to sneak in, trying to clear that corner. Not going to be working out. He's been playing a bunch of those tricky games, Process outside, sneaking around smokes. And I think he's been actually doing a really good job, so it's been interesting.
A lot of that comes down to just timing and lady luck. Looking out for you, having your back. Tied it up to a 4-on-4, though.
KST, that's an important kill. Glaive trying to make sure he doesn't get too flashed, but they're going to be down instead. They just ignore all of it. 3-man dive through the vent. They're going to get the bomb plant here, and Big surely have to try and react to this somehow. Lapex, he's shown up, but this is dangerous. If he misses a shot here, or if they just peek on the other side, he's dead. Nice angle. Aqua obviously thinking that the Molotov was going to help him out. Pepso turning around for a kill on Apex as well. Unbelievable. Fnatic just doing a fine job. I love everything about this.
I'm so impressed with Fnatic right now. They are really showing some grit here.
This is exactly why Nuke is such a fun map. That 3-man vent dive. And I think Big, they had an idea, but you could actually tell they weren't 100% sure how to rotate around that. They were like, we can put the AWP down from ramp and try and see if we can pick someone off. But they were already way past. They weren't running out of that squeak door anymore. They were down.
Yeah, in position to plant the bomb. It's so quick. Once you get down vent, you can be onto that lower site so fast.
Yeah.
So unless you have somebody anchoring that site, that's it. You're going into retake mode on that CT side.
That would have been a round that would have been really fun to listen to the comms of Big, just to see, did they know how many people went down? Because if they only call one, they say, well, someone went, did go vent, then you react in one way. But if you say, oh, 3 of them, definitely drove the vent, then you're going to be reacting differently. And we just don't know, obviously, but definitely interesting. 13 to 12. Sorry, 14 to 12. The scoreline.
This is it, 14 to 12. Potential map point coming up here for Fnatic. And again,
Auto shotgun.
Big losing their map pick. That would be a real problem here for the Germans in this best-of-3 series, especially because Fnatic and Big, they played in the regular series, or in the online portion of this tournament, and pretty sure that Fnatic beat Big on Inferno, so this is, so there's a little bit of an edge here for Fnatic.
Aqua, let's see, he's going to try and just stick around and listen, but again, not playing hard on that ramp. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to try and wrap around? They've done that a couple of times already, Fnatic. Or even fall back to lobby. Many options. You don't have to commit to it either way. Auto shotgun can be really deadly on this map in certain moments. They're hoping for a mistake here on that T side. They really want someone to peek. Process again has got into this really deep position. I love the way that he's playing these games. Nearly getting a kill randomly through the smoke, but again, Process, if Nixie comes in from the hut and walks in here, that AK might just completely tear him apart. So it's kind of interesting. Aqua, Process does get a kill on Prime Tap, so we can't make it down, unfortunately. That's a little bit sad, but still, he does a lot to keep a lot of people there. 4 versus 3. Oh, they walk around the corner with the knife out. That's a disaster. 15 rounds. Pepsaw coming in with a couple of kills. And you can kind of tell that this defense on the CT side, for Big, they get really confused when the pressure is on.
That was so nasty, dude. He closed the door, used the audio bait to get him to come in, thinking that he'd run through the door and closed it behind him. That was so clean from Pepser. Nasty.
Well, listen, let's take a look at what Fnatic are actually saying.
I'm gonna keep my shit on lobby. Yeah. And are they going for outside?
Yeah, 3. Wait, Pepe, I will call.
I'm gonna play support passive on lobby.
Just wait.
They molly door and smoke ramp.
I'm peeking a bit. Yeah. Main smoke. Do it now, Pepe. Do it now. Okay.
Gun me as well.
Watch out, red.
Okay,
I'm secret. Yeah, I will roll secret. I will tell you that, Julian.
One rotating down vent.
Yeah. Smoke now, Julian.
I'm holding door.
Okay. I'll come outside as well.
You want us to go on main?
We're
just
One
gonna
dead.
go
I'm falling back.
Come back.
Okay, guys, chill. Please hold yourself. You need to stay alive, okay? Then we win the round.
They might be on T roof.
I can run boost you. Over.
They have lobby.
No. I want to
smoked it
contact.
off. They have lobby.
I'll go T-red.
Guys,
Just some secret for us.
Hey, I have an idea.
Just down. One down.
Main,
Nice.
main.
Main still, guys.
He backed off main.
Guys, I'm going up heaven
Yeah.
fast.
Let's
Go.
fit inside.
Okay,
Yeah, I will flash for you. One lobby. Watch
Guys,
out.
you should group,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
You're
Julian.
all alone.
Julian, you should
Wait. Flash.
flashing. I'll come heaven as well. Boom. On ramp. He's going hell.
You're
Cannot
taking
see
A,
him.
right?
He's close again.
Yeah, I think.
Hell dead.
Yeah,
Careful close door. Careful close door.
Yeah.
You guys
might
can
be
plant for heaven.
Yeah, do it.
One outside.
I'm gonna
Coming
drop it down.
main.
Yeah.
Nice, you got it.
You killed them.
Watch out heaven.
Hot.
Kevin.
Wow, amazing communication. I think a really good read on that round. you saw almost out of spawn how he called, I think it was, I can't remember who it was actually, but the guy who was holding